The 42 Laws of Ma'at, also known as the Declarations of Innocence, form an ancient Egyptian code of ethical conduct that dates back to the Old Kingdom, around 2600 to 2100 BCE. These laws are attributed to Ma'at, the goddess of truth, balance, and cosmic order, embodying the principles that governed both cosmic and human realms. Unlike modern laws, they weren't just legal regulations, but a guide to moral and ethical behavior, emphasizing personal responsibility and societal harmony. The laws were recited by individuals during the weighing of the heart ceremony in the afterlife, each one beginning with "I have not," as a testament to one's purity and adherence to Ma'at's principles. The significance of the 42 Laws of Ma'at in the context of the main topic lies in their foundational role as a precursor to modern legal systems. They represent an early example of a codified system aiming to uphold righteousness and justice, mirroring many principles found in contemporary laws. This highlights humanity's enduring quest for justice and moral order, making them a crucial focal point for understanding the evolution of legal thought. One real-world application illustrating the principles of Ma'at is the moral guidelines used in educational settings. Many educational institutions incorporate ethical codes of conduct for students that resonate with the self-regulatory nature of Ma'at's laws, promoting honesty, respect, and responsibility. Another example is in restorative justice practices, which seek harmony and balance by encouraging offenders to acknowledge their actions and make amends, reflecting the self-accountability and reconciliation emphasized by Ma'at. Several scholars and Egyptologists have expressed admiration for the forward-thinking nature of the laws, viewing them as a sophisticated moral framework that predates even biblical commandments. This suggests a universal recognition of fundamental ethical truths across time and cultures. However, challenges and controversies exist, particularly when interpreting these ancient texts through a modern lens. Some argue that the differences in societal contexts limit direct comparisons, while others point to the difficulty in reconciling these spiritual laws with secular legal systems. There are also debates about the genuine historical influence of the 42 laws on later legal systems, with some scholars arguing that parallel development of legal ideas occurred independently in other civilizations. In understanding the 42 laws of Ma'at, one can better appreciate their influence on subsequent legal and ethical systems, illustrating the continuity of justice-seeking efforts. Their integration into discussions about the origins of law underscores the interconnectedness of human civilizations in the unending pursuit of justice and moral order. The core principles of Ma'at, truth, justice, and harmony, are foundational elements of ancient Egyptian philosophy and spiritual practice. Ma'at herself is not just a deity or abstract concept. She embodies the ideal state of the world and the moral code that individuals were expected to follow to maintain cosmic order. Truth, in the context of Ma'at, goes beyond mere honesty, representing an alignment with the natural order and a life led by integrity. Justice involves fairness and the correct distribution of resources, balancing individual and community needs. Harmony is the peaceful coexistence of all elements of the universe, a condition achieved through the adherence to truth and justice. The significance of these principles in relation to the enigma of the 42 Laws of Ma'at, precursor to modern law, lies in their foundational role in shaping ethical behavior and governance. They possibly inspired many modern legal systems which emphasize fairness and social stability. By understanding these principles, we can trace the evolution of legal structures from spiritual roots to secular frameworks, highlighting the enduring human pursuit of a just society. Real-world applications of these principles are evident in various domains. For example, the concept of justice in Ma'at can be seen in contemporary judicial systems that aim to provide equitable outcomes. Similarly, the pursuit of harmony resonates with modern movements for environmental sustainability and social justice, where the focus is on maintaining balance within human communities and the natural world. Support for the enduring relevance of Ma'at's principles comes from scholars who argue that the pursuit of truth, justice, and harmony is universal and timeless. They suggest that these ideas contribute to a stable and prosperous society, a view supported by historical evidence of the long-standing stability of ancient Egypt. However, challenges and controversies exist. Some modern critics point out the potential for idealization of the past, questioning whether ancient practices can directly inform today's complex societal needs. Additionally, the interpretative nature of Ma'at's principles allows for varying applications, leading to potential conflicts in determining what is truly just or harmonious. These principles connect to other aspects of the main topic by offering a lens through which we can examine the ethical dimensions of law. They illuminate the transformative journey from ancient doctrines to modern legal codes, underscoring the interplay between religion, morality, and governance throughout history. Understanding Ma'at's influence encourages a deeper appreciation of the universal quest for order in human society, bridging the ancient with the contemporary. The concept of comparison of Ma'at and modern legal systems, a philosophical approach, explores the philosophical underpinnings and implications of the 42 laws of Ma'at in relation to contemporary legal frameworks. The 42 laws of Ma'at, originating from ancient Egyptian civilization, represent a code of ethical conduct, emphasizing truth, balance, and order. These principles are foundational, aiming to guide individuals towards righteous living. In contrast, modern legal systems are more codified, often complex, and rooted in social contracts that combine ethical ideals with enforceable laws. Philosophically, comparing these systems highlights the evolution of human thought concerning justice, ethics, and governance. This comparison is significant as it uncovers the extent to which ancient moral principles have influenced contemporary legal ideologies and practices. By examining the ethical consistency between Ma'at and modern systems, we gain insight into how foundational concepts of justice and morality have endured, adapted, or transformed over millennia. This perspective suggests that despite cultural and historical changes, certain ethical values remain constant in human societies. One illustrative example is the principle of fairness in both Ma'at and modern systems. In Ma'at, fairness is inherent in the practices of truth and justice, ensuring that actions promote harmony. In modern law, fairness is embedded in concepts such as due process and equal protection under the law, ensuring individuals receive just treatment. Another example is the focus on truth. Ma'at places truth as pivotal in maintaining cosmic order, mirrored in modern legal systems' reliance on truth for justice, as seen in the obligations of witnesses to testify truthfully. Supporters of this philosophical approach argue that ancient principles like Ma'at can inform and perhaps rejuvenate modern legal systems by reintroducing ethical simplicity and coherence in a complex world. However, this approach faces challenges, such as the rigidity of certain ancient principles which may not address contemporary issues like technological advancements or contemporary human rights debates. Critics may argue that ancient systems lack the adaptability and specificity necessary for contemporary legal challenges, potentially rendering them obsolete in practical applications. Yet this comparative approach connects to broader discussions of law as a living entity, evolving over time but remaining rooted in shared human values. It suggests that while the structures and expressions of law may change, the core aspirations towards justice and truth endure, potentially offering a deeper understanding of the legal systems we navigate today. As such, reflecting on Ma'at enriches the discourse on the ethical dimensions of modern law, suggesting pathways for addressing current and future challenges. The concept of Ma'at in ancient Egyptian society represents a foundational pillar of their worldview and governance system. Ma'at encapsulates the principles of truth, balance, order, harmony, law, morality, and justice. Within the context of the 42 laws of Ma'at, these principles were not just guidelines, but were deeply ingrained in the societal and governmental structures of ancient Egypt. The significance of Ma'at in this context is profound, as it provided a framework for maintaining cosmic order and social harmony, influencing laws and governance that fostered societal stability. The importance of Ma'at in ancient Egyptian society cannot be overstated, as it shaped both the individual and collective consciousness. Pharaonic leaders were seen as earthly embodiments of Ma'at, tasked with upholding these principles to ensure the prosperity and order of the nation. This divine endorsement meant that leaders were judged by their adherence to Ma'at, bridging the divine with the mundane and bestowing a sacred responsibility on governance. One example of Ma'at's influence is the legal system of ancient Egypt. Judges and officials were expected to administer justice based on Ma'at's principles, emphasizing fairness and equity. In this way, legal proceedings were not merely bureaucratic exercises, but were seen as enactments of cosmic law. Another example is in daily life. Individuals were expected to live by Ma'at, fostering a culture of honesty and integrity among citizens, which was reflected in personal relationships and business dealings. This cultural emphasis on moral values ensured that Ma'at was not only a guiding principle for governance, but a way of life for all Egyptians. Support for Ma'at's role in ancient society is found among Egyptologists who highlight how these principles were embedded into educational systems and religious teachings, ensuring their perpetuation across generations. However, there are challenges and controversies regarding the interpretation and application of Ma'at. Some scholars argue that the concept may have been employed by the ruling elite to legitimize their authority, suggesting a potential manipulation of Ma'at for political ends. This introduces an alternative viewpoint that Ma'at, while inherently benevolent, could be exploited for power consolidation. The influence of Ma'at on ancient governance plays a critical role in understanding its position as a precursor to modern law. The principles of fairness, justice, and balance imbued in Ma'at echo in contemporary legal systems, making its influence still relevant today. By linking Ma'at with modern legal foundations, we can trace how ancient philosophies have shaped the evolution of law and governance, affirming its place in history as a crucial bridge between the spiritual and the civic realms.